Record numbers of migrants are risking their lives, attempting to get across the English Channel from France to the UK in small boats.
When the government on France or UK don't let us with track, we must go by boat.
Everybody says it's a terrifying journey, that they thought they were going to die.
One day there will be an absolute catastrophe.
Ferries had been the target, desperate migrants hiding themselves in the back of freight trucks to get to Britain. But now the smugglers have switched their tactics. I'm heading across the channel now myself to Calais on a car ferry because I want to actually meet some of those people who are waiting in France, dreaming of coming to Britain, to find out why they're still so keen to come to the UK and to seemingly risk it all to get here. It's morning in Calais and the French gendarmerie are clearing migrant camps. People from Iraq, Iran, Afghanistan, Syria and Africa are all in the city.
This happens in Calais every day. What they do is ask the asylum seekers to move their tents just a few metres. If the people are not there, they take their belongings, the tents, personal items, telephones, clothes and sometimes their papers. It's part of a political approach to stop camps being set up, to avoid a big jungle like in Calais in 2015.
Britain remains the dream destination for many migrants, seen as a land of opportunity where they can speak English and rejoin friends and family. The police make their lives uncomfortable here in Calais, but they're determined.
We must to stay here. Just your government, French government, please stop disturbing the people in here.
The police activity, tighter port security and Brexit, all seen as fueling the huge rise in small boats being used to get across the channel. I'm also told it's cheaper and more successful.
When the government on France or UK don't let us with track, we must go by boat. It's dangerous for us, but we will do this as well as soon. But we got a boat, we will go by boat.
Children were among more than 200 migrants picked up by British rescuers in just 48 hours earlier this month. Last year, French authorities responded to over 2,700 people trying to cross the Channel, a 17-fold increase on 2016. And more than 1,800 reportedly made it to British shores in 2019. 125 were sent back to European countries.
It's the first year I saw migrants here. We never saw them here before. They'd been in other areas, where they were in camps, spaces were made for them, and then they were cleared. Now, they're coming here.
Raymond Rondeau has lived near this beach just outside Calais for almost 60 years. He suspects smugglers bring boats from the UK.
Most of the guys come from England with the boats in trucks. I think they inflate them when they arrive here, with a pump. Because otherwise, if they cross the water with them, they'd be spotted for sure. Most of them came from over there.
On the opposite side of the Channel, former Coast Guard manager Andy Roberts fears a major tragedy, especially now in near freezing conditions.
These boats are not coming across with a navigator or a helmsman. They're just pushed off the beach and left to get on with it. There have been 2 or 3 reported deaths, but one day there will be an absolute catastrophe.
The stretch of water between France and the UK, the Dover Strait, is the world's busiest shipping lane. Migrants know they just need to get in to British waters.
There is anecdotal evidence that they refuse to be rescued by the French border force when they're in the waters there. And then it becomes too dangerous to rescue someone who's refusing to be rescued, get into UK waters, and then it becomes a UK government's responsibility to actually coordinate the search and rescue of people who say they're in distress.
And then what happens?
They bring them to the UK.
When the French authorities demolished the infamous Calais jungle in 2016, it dispersed huge numbers of people. Now, up the coast near Dunkirk, hundreds of migrants are living in a filthy, disused warehouse complex.
They're for families, they're for single men, and It's very dangerous.
And you think there are 800 people here?
Yeah.
When you look at this, we're in Europe, how does it make you feel?
I cannot understand what happened here. I come almost every day and I don't understand why that's happening in France.
For those here, including young children, conditions are harsh. Where are you from?
Iraq.
Iraq? Okay.
Kurdistan, Iraq.
Okay.
You are Iraq. Where are you from?
I'm from England.
Please go to England.
This our home without electric, without water, without a bathroom, and we live in here without anything.
This migrant is desperate to get out. He says he's been caught twice trying to go by small boat to Britain. Would you try to go by small boat again?
Maybe, maybe. And
How much do you pay for this?
maybe just 2,000 euro pound, and now it's winter, 3,000 pound.
The British government says is working closely with France and Belgium to tackle illegal crossings, deploying more detection equipment and drones, and that the majority of migrants who try their luck are stopped. These young asylum seekers have made it to Britain, arriving alone from their homelands. Here, a charity helps them with English and life skills. Among them, a man from Afghanistan. He got into Britain in a truck.
If I was in my country, obviously been died. I know this, and no, I'm not really regret because I've got a good life in the UK and I'm so happy.
But he and other young people are here at a time of heightened anti-immigrant sentiment. The "we've lost control of our borders" message, a big part of the vote for Brexit. The government's under pressure to send more people back when they're found.
I think that where people have got good asylum claims, they need to be given the opportunity to make those asylum claims on the French side of the Channel. They can then be processed and allowed to make that journey in a safe and legal manner. You're not talking about opening up the floodgates then, but what you would do is stop the traffickers' trade overnight. We can't keep a situation going where people who have got good asylum claims end up risking their lives in dinghies on the busiest shipping lane in the world.